actually think I hit the right buttons this morning. Gosh darn it. Good morning and welcome to Doppler'S Gear Garage. So I see that we should be streaming in multiple places. I am not seeing any comments yet, which is very strange, but I'm just going to choose to believe that everybody's here having such a great Saturday morning that you got a guitar in your hands, and hence there is no keyboard or mouse to keep them busy. Away goes my chalk. All right. Have we got a show for you? Do me a favor, somebody in there. There we go. Thank you so much. What's going on, my man? Jay, thanks so much, my friend. Good morning to you. A happy San Francisco Bay Area Saturday morning. Let me turn that down just a little bit. So have we got a show for you? So gosh darn it, I affectionately call this the Beato board because Rick does these great things where he kind of writes on his board. And it's a funny story about all of this, which I'll tell in a minute. Chris Alexander, good morning. By the way, Chris, thank you very much for the lovely Christmas card. A Christmas card. Thank you so much. Bluey, no less, because the wife's an Aussie. Thank you for that. Very thoughtful. Much appreciated. And good morning to you, my friend. So in any case, getting ready for a Christmas party, so may not be able to participate much. That's better than being after a Christmas party and definitely not being able to participate too much. We'll leave it there. I know as a dedicated music educator, you do not get flat blasted at Christmas parties. But in any case, have a great time. All right, random moose brain. All right, first of all, hello, Moose07. Who the heck is Random Moose Brains? I think I knew that, but please remind me. Is that Peter Daviduck? Okay, so good morning, Miguel. Hello, my friend. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo está, mi buen amigo? Look at you with the Paul Gilbert guitar. All right, good morning, good morning. Rob Morgan. Good morning to you. Hi. Thanks for joining us. All right, Albert, what the heck's going on, my friend? How are you? You know, I ran into you again on the Don Weir's Music City Facebook group. Saw you posting on there. So for those of you who don't know or are from the San Francisco Bay Area but aren't nearly as aged as I am, still a little hot there. There was a great music store called Don Weir's Music City. So it's a great Facebook page there, which, by the way, on that page, there is a video of a 17-year-old Neil Sean jamming in the store, and you just kind of go, that sound was always in his hands, and it's amazing. All right. Chris, I am glad you made it, and you know that. Now it's a warm-up routine like no other. You're too kind. All right. Good. Yep, happy holidays, and likewise, I'm sure. Thank you. Not quite. I'm relatively new to the chat here. Well, welcome. Random Moose Brains. So is that a Canada thing with the moose thing, or is it just a Moose Brains thing? And what is your first name? And welcome. If I didn't say it enough, welcome. Awesome. Okay, Steve, hello. Good morning to you, my friend. Robot Shlomo. Happy holidays to you. So I got a question. So what is the origin of Robot Shlomo? That's what I want to know. Mark Turvey, what's going on? Great to see you. I look forward to seeing you in Henderson, Nevada. Okay, so what in the world is going on the Beato board, a.k.a. the Doppler dump site? So what we are working on today is something that is a little bit of a continuation of what I didn't do a great job of explaining last time, but I'm going to do my best to explain it today. The majority of us, as you might have heard me say before, and please grab your guitar, have spent our life kind of thinking about the beginning of our exploration of the guitar and soloing is usually we just get a shape. And so kind of from the beginning, we think about soloing using that little box shape. No clue. Moose is fine. I just created this count almost 15 years ago and never thought to change it. Okay, we can roll with that. I think they've got mooses in Yellowstone. All right, getting back to this minor pentatonic thing. What makes the minor pentatonic minor is that the formula of this thing is actually a 1, flat 3, 4, 5, and a flat 7, of which that 1, flat 3, 5 make up a minor triad. So if you're playing an A minor chord, you're going to see that the notes of that chord are going to overlap. The A minor pentatonic like that, which if somebody had shown me that the first time I took the minor pentatonic, I would have known to gone, or so on and so forth to resolve around those chord tones. But that wasn't the way I was shown the scale. I was just shown the shape. No information other than you start it here and here on the low E string or the high E string. There you go. So we just kind of learned to move that up and down the neck. And gosh darn it, keys like B flat, where the dots and everything is in the wrong place, we just kind of have a tendency to stay away from because we do not have a way of looking at it. So I've been really enjoying hanging out playing to that version of Jane by Dino Jelusic. And I find that when there are certain progressions and certain keys at certain tempos, they kind of fire me up, first of all. But they also give me a chance to kind of get out into the playground in between all the crazy practice, which we're going to talk about a little bit here in a bit. But just kind of run around in the playground and just be a guitar kid, right? Which is really kind of what we all want to do. Like the practice, I'm going to just say to you, and I'm going to challenge you in a friendly way, if you don't practice, you don't get better in the global sense. Now, a huge part of my energy as a player is spent playing along with tracks. As I'm always in the discovery mode, I want to put my fingers into a certain combination of notes that I haven't done before. I think we all want that, right? We want to discover the new group of notes that we're going to repeat until we're sick of them so that we could vomit because we play them so many times. However, that discovery process is an integral piece of your getting better and mine. I'm just going to choose to believe what's good for me is good for you. That said, the underlying fundamental practice that is ideally done with this. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the speed that I'm practicing stuff at these days at 80 BPM. And also done with this. This is my handy dandy 15-minute incrementer. There we go. So I am finding that I have so many things that I'm absolutely over the moon about practicing and building my core technique up, since I'm getting rid of all the Swiss cheese, if you know, that I'm kind of like, okay, I just need to spend 15 minutes, put myself on a timer, and only do that for 15 minutes. Otherwise, I jump around a little bit too much because I have so many different things I want to do as opposed to drilling down. So I want to encourage you to find a way, whether it's on your phone or whatever stopwatch you can use, the 15-minute increment thing. It's the perfect amount of time to go, I can go deep on this. I'm not going an hour. I'm not going a half an hour, 15 minutes. All right. Let me just jump in and say a couple of other hellos. Brett, good morning to you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Clean tone brunette. I love that photo. Holy cow. I don't think we've met. Welcome aboard, my friend. And what a great name, Clean Tone Brunette. Oh, no. Streaming error. No. What the hell? Oh, no. So Facebook looks like it just took a dump on me, which is great. Okay. Do me a favor. If anybody's on Facebook, do me a favor. Put something in the chat there if anything happens. All right. The name comes from, hang on a second. The name comes from a pub trivia quiz about Israel's biggest car rental company. I had a feeling there was a little Yiddish or something in there. I'm not actually Jewish, but a friend of mine said once, we have robots emailing us now. So there we go. Okay. Robot Shlomo. There we go. So the two names I got stuck together. It worked for me. I love that. That's awesome. All right. Do me a favor, anybody that's over on Facebook. I guess I can hop over on Facebook and see if I'm actually live there. I apologize. I just kind of got this pop-up error real quick. And I want to see if, in fact, it looks like I'm streaming over there. Come on, folks. Let me get over to my Facebook page. Come on. All right, let's see. Does it look like I'm still streaming? I'm tapping, and it looks like I'm not live anymore. Flippin' A. hit me on YouTube. Facebook dropped out. Unbelievable. All right, there we go. All right, so back to our previous schedule point. Yeah, I've only seen comments from YouTube. All right, gotta love that. All right, there we go. All right, Kevin, what's going on? Good morning from Texas. Hello, Merry Christmas to you. Time to play a lot of guitar this week. Okay, then let me dig in here, and I wonder if there's any way. Let me check real quick if there's any way I can resuscitate my Facebook without restarting the stream, which I really don't want to do. So I got some very weird error that I've never seen before, saying that basically, oh, come on, go back to the right thing, that Facebook had just crapped out. All right, you know what? I'm going to ask everybody a favor here. I want to go deep on a bunch of stuff. Do me a favor. I'm going to log out and log back in. I'm really sorry. I hate to do it, but please meet me back in, and we got lots of great stuff to go over. Thank you for understanding. I'll see you in just a minute.